Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and this is the second video that I'm doing for you regarding adding decorative elements to your coloring pages. I'm working with the Selena Finish book, Mermaids, and as you'll recall from my first video, I showed you how to make the tail translucent or transparent to the background, and I also showed you how to add some more hair to the head, because I like the fact that well, I didn't like the fact that it was flat on top, so I made it rounder. So this is a continuation of the video. I'm going to go ahead now and show you how I'm adding the flowers to the bottom. Forgive me the crinkly page here, but I'm using different pages as I do the different segments of the video. So this is the finished piece right here. I'll lift up my camera and show you the overall. You can see the wooden floor, the bathtub, and the transparent fin, tail section fin. So let me grab another piece of paper here. This is what I did yesterday, just to show you how this little puppy's going to look, because I was fooling around with it again. And as you can see, I added flowers, I added some more leaves here, design elements. And again, I can't encourage you enough to get excited about drawing in your coloring books and adding these little doodads. Trust me, as you do it, you will get better and better and better, and you'll say, wow, this isn't as intimidating as I thought it was. Okay, so here's the tub with the added doodads, and here's the finished version that I colored. Now, obviously, they're not the same because I, did different things on different pages. But let me grab a blank sheet right now, so I can show you how I did that. And out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to put some paper underneath that just to make sure it doesn't leak through. Okay, I am using the Staedtler pigment liners. You get 6 pens. Little review, they come in different sizes. I don't think you can see the sizes there. 0.05 millimeter, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, and 0.8. And what you do is you grab the pen that closely matches, of course, what you're working on, because you don't want to be globbing thick lines on there or too thin. All right, so here's my pen. I'm using the 0.005. I don't know if I should tell you this story. It's kind of funny. My go-to pen, let's see if you can see that. Yeah, there you go, is the 0.1. Yeah, there you go. It's the 0.1. This was my most favorite pen. Notice the past tense, and I even had to put tape around it. I was using it when I was a little miffed at someone, and I was pressing a little too hard on it, and I actually ended up ruining the tip. So here's a little tip for you. Do not use these pens when you're mad at somebody. In fact, you shouldn't even be coloring or doing this stuff when you're mad at somebody, because that's not the point. Anyway, so I'm telling on myself. All right, so this is what I'm going to be working on. And let me quit with the funny stories and get going here. All right, so the main thing is, don't be afraid to add things. Now, Selena Finish, her drawings don't tend to be like super precise. They're great. I love them. But see how they, they're casual drawings. I would equate a difference to Johanna Basford. In her books, they're a little more succinct than these are. This just happens to be Selena Finish's style. So these are great books to add stuff to, because you can add stuff to it, and if you make a mistake, sometimes you can't tell. And the other neat thing about these books is there are 2 images of the same thing per book. So if you mess up the first one, you can go ahead and scrap it and go to a second one. Oh, and this is the next drawing I'm going to be doing of hers, adding some stuff and making that moon shine through her tail. I think you'll like that. Anyway, so I'm back to the tub, and I'm going to show you now some simple steps. I don't like to say simple, straightforward steps, because you may look at that and say, ILene, it's not simple. Well, basically it is, but if I say simple, you're going to say, no, 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 it's complex. So I will say straightforward. Okay, let me get my tripod here going. I got one of those Joby tripods. I love it. Still getting used to it a little bit, so I think we're in good shape. All right, so all you do, again, I'm taking my .05 pen, and I'm going to emulate this leaf here, and I'm going to draw that and that. Oops, got a little light at the top. Try not to draw over a line that you've drawn because it'll show. And now I'm going to watch this. Whee, right down to the base. Cool. See how I did that? Now, again, this is a copy off my copier. And one word about that, I do this for my own personal use. I do not recolor them and post them. I use them to scribble on and try things. And if I make a mistake, I can get rid of it. Please respect the artist and don't give away her work. All right. So let me add another. I'm going to zoom in for you. You can see this. Let me add another leaf. Okay, so I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like that. And I'm just going to keep going and come down here. And then I'm going to add my line there. All right. And be sure you don't draw things in the same direction if you can help it. And there's that. Whoop, got a little bit of a double line. That's why I got to be careful. Okay. And let's see. Now let's not go too wild here. I'm going to draw one more right there up to the rim of the tub. And I'm taking my time. Take your time. You'll be really glad that you did. Okay. Let's see where else we can put some leaves in. Now, this is a very basic leaf where in effect you're drawing a line this way and a line that way. There's another one that you can draw or that I draw. Watch how I do this, please. I come down, I make a little fat bottom, then I come back up, almost like a little teardrop or water drop, and then I'm going to come down here and wiggle it and go into there. Now again, if these were the same color and not a copy off my copier, you wouldn't be able to tell where that was merging. Let's try another one here, a little teardrop. There you go. Right in there. Good. See? Look how cool that looks. Now, when you do this, you know, right now I'm adding design elements as to basically what's in the middle of the page, which is right here. Don't forget your other side, otherwise you're going to be adding a bunch of stuff here, and the two sides here and here are not going to be balanced. So when you add in the middle, you want to add a few things on either side. Now, let me go ahead and do another one. Yeah, just like that. I almost hate to tell you because this is going to tell on me what my age is, but if you know who Queen was, the rock group, and they had that song Fat Bottom Girls, which I'm proud to say I am a fat bottom girl. Just think of that little leaf as being like a fat bottom girl. All right, let me make another one. Guys, you can laugh at that, but just to yourself. All right, so now I'm going to come in here. Whoops! I'll fix that. That's another thing. Your hand will be drawing something and it'll get a mind of its own and just like do something weird. Thank God for correction tools. All right, so now I've got the leaves. Let's pop another one here. Come right down the middle, curve around a little bit, and go there. Yeah. And if you want, we can do another one here. Now, I'm drawing a little slow because I'm demonstrating. If I were doing this just for myself, I'd be going a little bit faster, but it's not something you rush through, especially when you're doing this for the first time. Okay, so I've got those there, and let's see. Notice how I've got some flowers here. Now I'm going to balance out with a couple flowers. I think I'm going to put one right here. Now another thing we can do is put a flower petal, and you don't necessarily have to connect it to anything if you don't want to. We can just let it hang there. And I want to show you a little trick. When I drew this petal, do you notice how my lines went into the centerpiece? So basically I messed it up. So what you do is you color it in black. No biggie. There you go. And don't forget to add your little design lines here. See? Now I got a flower. And if you're going to float some flowers there, let me come back out again. If you're going to float a flower there on the right hand side, I'm going to float a couple more out here as well. So I'm going to draw my center circle. Then I'm going to draw my petals, trying to be careful not to infringe on my little circle there. All right, I didn't. And now I'm going to make my little center lines. Okay. And well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to connect this one. Now, notice the other flowers have these thick veins on them, right? So that means you want to do the same thing with yours. So I'm going to come around like that. And come around like that. There we go. Then we don't have something weird. Let's see. But I'm still going to float a leaf, a flower here. And I practiced for a while to make these flowers. Just get a sheet of paper and practice. Trace the ones that are on the book that you are practicing from. And just keep practicing and practicing and practicing. All right. Now, let's see. Got some leaves. I'm going to go back here a minute and pop one up here. So let's do this. Actually, this one that I flubbed up a little bit, I'm going to make that a double because some of them are double. See, you can work your way out of boo-boos. Artists do it all the time. Okay, so now I'm going to put a floating flower, which sounds Japanese almost, up here. I love Japanese designs, by the way. Okay, make my little doohickeys. There. All right, looking good. I'm going to put a leaf here. And come in there. Put a little top thing. Now, if you want to have it look like her arm is draping over a leaf, you can do this one of two ways. You can just either imagine where the leaf's going to come out, or if you are like really new at this, this is a mechanical pencil. So I'm going to draw very lightly a leaf here, and then I'm just going to run the stem. So that's in pencil. And then I'm going to take my little inky pen and I'm going to go right over that line. I'm going to let it dry a second. And then I'm going to take my eraser. I've shown you guys this before. They're mono zeros. They come either in a rectangular shape. They're pretty small, which is great. Or my favorite one, again, this is a, come on, mono zero. It comes in a tip. Tiny, tiny, tiny tip. So see? All right, I'm going to use my square guy. I'm going to get rid of that. And again, please draw lightly. I could have even drawn lighter still. And as you know by now, I use my Staedtler brush. Do not use your hand. Keeps your colorings clean, especially when you've got a lot of colored pencil going on. All right. Let's see here. So now we've got a stem going up this way and with a leaf. Let me make one this way. Come down and curve. Gonna put one there. Join the lines. Let's see. At the moment, I'm pretty okay with what's going on here. You don't want to really overload your design here. Let's see, I think I want a flower there. Don't feel like you have to fill in. I'm going to do some rounded leaves this time. Don't feel like you have to fill in every white spot. That's a common mistake. White is a design element, just like solid black is as well. Okay, I'm going to leave that. I think I'm going to put a leaf here. Yeah. And remember, don't get too small with this stuff because you got to color it. So, all right. So we got a good fill-in going here. I think I want to run something up the side a little bit. That's just balance. Let's do a leaf facing this way. Yeah. And if you're not sure, you can do this in pencil first, but go like super light. Like I said, that pencil I drew before, I could have even gone lighter than what I did. I'm going to add a flower here. And remember what I told you to do if you accidentally get it in the middle? Fill the flower. There you go. And let's do a double line down to there. Okay. Let's see. One more here. Yeah. Okay. So, let me push out here so you can see the whole thing. Looking good. All right. So there's that. There's the one I did yesterday or the other day. I don't remember when it was. And here is the one that I did for the actual coloring. You can see I didn't have quite as much stuff up here, but that's fine. Okay? Alright, so that's it for this video. Next video, I'm going to talk about how to add a candle. This candle is added from the original. As you can see, there's nothing there. Very straightforward to add. Anybody can do it. Just watch me do it a couple times. Oh, and on this tub here, well, that's just cut off because of the print, but that's bothering me, so I'm going to fix it. And then, in my next video or two, I'll be talking about how to do these floorboards. If you haven't done wood before, then you'll learn how to do that. Let me show you that. See? Comes up pretty cool. And once you know how to do it, boy, that you can really run with that as a design element. You can do fences and railings and sides of houses and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Okay, and then we'll get to coloring, and a number of people told me that they have trouble knowing how to color flesh, so I will do that. Let me see, come close for you can see that. Okay, straightforward. Okay guys, this is ILene Vick for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Thank you so much for your time. Please feel free to leave comments. Press the like button, because if I know that you like these things, I will keep going with the videos. And please tell your friends about what I'm doing, and you can have them subscribe. Alright guys, God bless. Have a great day.